Bamboo is spreading in the open space behind my yard. I've heard that a lot. How can I keep it from spreading into my backyard? Andy, you want to take a stab at that
Oh,
one?
sure. Well, of course, people are looking for a set it and forget it solution with bamboo.
Yeah.
You know, bamboo can be a marvelous screening plant, and if you have an Asian-inspired garden, it's you probably need some bamboo in there.
Or if you're a panda.
Yeah, or your panda. Yeah, but people need to keep in mind that bamboo rhizomes are always growing. Rhizomes are underground stems, and they're always going someplace. And so you can put barriers in, and probably should, but if you put a physical barrier in, you're not stopping the rhizome, you're redirecting its growth.
It's swells.
And so there are a lot of commercial barriers that are appropriate. There are some that are not as good, but you get a lot of the commercial growers will encourage you to do your barrier at an angle so that it forces the root down rather than into your yard. But even with barriers, you've got to be on your guard. The best system, in my opinion, is well, one thing, bamboo does need room to grow. Hopefully it's growing like a weed back behind your yard. But I would trench around it, and in the spring and fall when bamboo is growing the fastest, examine the trench for rhizomes and just clip them. Just kind of control it that way. A lot of people, because the trench is could be a tripping hazard or whatever, just fill it with sand or mulch or something light that you can pop it right out and then clip the rhizomes and put the stuff back in.
What do you think about that, Mr. D? I've heard that.
Trencher would be good. Backhoe would be good.
Oh, yeah.
Track hoe would be better. We have a planting out at Agricenter.
Yes, we do.
They used to feed the pandas at the zoo, and when they approached us about growing bamboo, a lot of us were very, we were kind of worrying about that a little bit. So we made sure that we put it in an area that we can drive around the perimeter, keep, and so far, and it's been there several years, it hadn't escaped. And so we're kind of keeping an eye on that. But, if you've got it and you want to get rid of it, digging it up, if you cut it down and it's going to come back. And if you dig it up by the roots and you leave one little root, it's going to come back.
Yeah,
so
rhizome,
digging, a combination of digging and then using the pesticides as Roundup and what's a Mazapir is another product. There's a couple of products that if you have to, if you want to go with a herbicide, that should give you some relief. It's going to take you more than one application
That's
to do
going to
it.
be multiple applications.
And you're basically talking sometimes cutting the plants, brushing the cut surface, or injecting the stem with either glyphosate or a Mazapir. A Mazapir or glyphosate, the two products that might give you some relief. Foliar sprays don't do very well.
The rhizomes have so much energy in them.
They do.
Right.
They do.
Yeah.
I mean, bamboo, again, in the grass family.
Yeah.
So rhizomes, and it's just stacked full of carbohydrates and all of those sugars and things.
But it can be beautiful. But like as far as set it, forget it. It's if you want something like that, plant a holly.
You either love it or you hate it,
Yeah,
and
sure.
there's nothing in between.
And sometimes that changes.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. The rate on glyphosate is 3 fluid ounces active per gallon, and a Mazapir is a 1% spray solution if you want to go that route.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, subscribe. We have hundreds of family plot videos for you to view.